and welcome back to Life Beauty Lens. My name is Laura, and if you don't already know me, I blog at lifebeautylens.com about lifestyle, cruelty-free beauty and film and entertainment. And this is going to be my February favourites, as you can obviously tell from the title. But I would just like to get started by thanking every single one of you that has liked, shared, subscribed, written me a lovely comment or a tweet. It has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Everyone has been so sweet about my first YouTube video, which I released the other day, and I will link it down below if you've not seen it already, or at the end of the video, which will see how my skills have got up already. But yes, thank you so much. You warmed my heart, and you've made this really, really lovely experience already, so thank you very much. Anyway, let's get ready for the second video. Feeling very YouTubey with a basket full of goodies. I am normally a oily skinned girl who gets breakouts and then dry skin around the breakouts, and then I have to deal with all that. But the last couple of months, my skin has been so dry. I wasn't getting what I was usually getting from my other moisturisers, and I got this in a gift set for Christmas. It's the Soap & Glory Speed Plump All Day Super Moisture Marvel with Hydrate 24 Watermelon Fruit Complex Instant Moisture Plump Technology for dry dehydrated skin. Could it get longer, that name? I saw the bit at the bottom for dry dehydrated skin, and I thought, no way, that is not going anywhere near my skin. It's quite sensitive sometimes, and things that are for dry skin tend to break me out. I was a bit desperate though. My skin was really bad. It was really tight and horrible, so I thought, what's the harm? Give it a go. And I love it. I think it's brilliant. It smells a bit like icing sugar, but a fruity icing sugar. Really nice. But it doesn't linger on you all day, and it really seriously moisturises my skin. I'm not so sure about the plump thing. I don't need much plumping. I'm trying to reduce my plumping. I'm trying to lose weight and get rid of the plumpage, which I'm doing, which is, you know, but I don't really need the plumping, not quite yet. But the Super Moisture All Day, I mean, I would say that. I've actually started adding this to my BB creams. Because my skin was so dry, I was using BB creams, or the BB cream that I prefer, and at the end of the day it was getting dry and not looking very nice, which was unusual. Normally it's okay for that. So I added this to it and it's been fine. So of course, as I'm running out of this, I had to buy another one. So I've got a new one sitting in the wings waiting to be used, and this will end up in a Liberty's video not too far away. So yeah, moisturiser. Moisturiser for the body. Disclaimer, I got sent this as a PR sample. I didn't actually pay for this. I reviewed it, but I tell you what though, I've got to smell it. Oh, that is the most gorgeous smell. If only we had smell-o-vision. This is, I haven't even mentioned what it is yet. This is the Dr. Botanicals Moroccan Rose and Shea Butter Repairing Body Cream. Oh, I remembered. Yes. So I got sent this as a PR sample for February because they were having a sale. I think they might still have some sale prices on their website. So I'll leave the blog post below about this. But it is so thick that the tiniest. I've just done it. I've put too much on. That is just typical. Might as well moisturise my hands, aren't you? Smelling my hands, looking like a right idiot. Yes. So it's so thick. I'm just doing this just in case, because my lack of warmed up or something. It's so thick, nothing's going out. Nothing's moved actually. That's how thick it is. They are a natural, cruelty-free and vegan company in Britain, Dr. Botanicals, and this is a bit steep. It's £89, so it's a proper luxury product. But I wish I could buy this and this be my everyday body cream, because it was incredible. Not only does it smell lovely, but my skin, as I said earlier, was a bit dry over the winter. And when I got this beginning of February, it was right at the beginning of February, I started using it on my legs, just at the front, because I tend to get a bit dry, and instantly felt better. And after a couple of days I was ending up using it all over, because it just made my skin feel so much better. In fact, I'd been using a body scrub, and I hadn't been getting the results from that body scrub that I was getting from this. So I absolutely love it. I wish I could buy it again every single month. But I've got halfway down, because I was proper lathering on at one point, and I'm starting to ration it now. I just, oh, gotta have one more. This I got sent as a PR sample from a company called Botanicals, and I got sent a few other things with this as well in the same parcel, but this lip balm has been my favourite all month. I have been using it multiple times a day and I still have loads. That looks really wrong, but yeah, and hopefully you can't hear my family downstairs screaming at the rugby. It's made with natural orange oil, organic orange oil and organic shea butter, and it smells like an orange. It's not synthetic at all, and it feels, I don't want to say oily because it doesn't feel oily, it feels moisturising, but there's it's really smooth, it's seriously hydrating. I'm seriously hoping you can't hear people yelling downstairs and the rain outside. This is not a good day to film. Gotta have a primer. As I said before, normally an oily skin girl. This is the Mally Perfect Prep Poreless Primer. With a bit of illumination in it actually, I think. Really, really nice. I love Mally makeup, Mally makeup in general. This one has a little pump. Really, I've never had a problem with the packaging now. They're really good. And it's so smooth and it's gone in straight away. Like, it's nothing, no slick or anything. It feels like a moisturiser when you put it on. And although I use a moisturiser before I use this, it doesn't make me oily. And it does actually make things last better throughout the day. Things don't tend to crease up on me as much. Makeup goes on better. I just, oh, I love this primer. Eye primer. I'm having to be a bit careful with this packaging because if you might be able to see, the black writings all come off. It's really ridiculous. Anyway, this is the Essence I Love Colour Intensifying Eye Primer. £2.50 from Wilkinson's, in case you need to know. I got this because the one I was using before, I was thinking, nah, I need to get a new one. It was a bit too dark in colour. I'm quite pale. Of course my eyelids are still going to be pale, and I thought that it wasn't really intensifying the colours or even having the colours true to their colour on my eyelids, so I thought I'd go out and buy another one, and I got this one from Wilkinson's because it is so bleeding pale. Let's have a look. See? Proper pale. I mean, that's got to be pale in my own skin, just a little bit. I was actually using it as a concealer or the highlighter, but that's not a good idea. It was too dry under my eyes. But on my lids, it's not drying, and my eyeshadows definitely look better for longer than they would without one. I definitely need an eye primer. But for £2.50, it definitely intensifies the colours, and it lasts longer. My eyeshadows last longer with it. So, result. I'm so glad I tried this. You can see a theme coming on here, can't you? Trying to make makeup last. I got back into this beginning of Feb, end of Jan, because my friend's getting married and I'm her bridesmaid, and one of her bridesmaids, not her only bridesmaid, there's more of us, and I thought, oh, my makeup's got to last all day, and nothing I was trying makeup wise was working, and I used to use this all the time, especially in the summer, and I thought, oh, let's try it again. This is actually the old packaging. They've changed the packaging now, and it definitely makes my makeup last longer, and actually it's got a better barrier on it than powder. For example, if I go out in the rain and I've just set myself a powder, which I hate because it looks like powder, it looks like makeup, I'm not a big fan of that on my skin, it's horrible. I went out in the rain and I have dots where the rain had hit my face and makeup had gone. It was just all embarrassing. This, I don't have that problem with. It doesn't happen. I mean, unless it's proper chucking it down, then of course makeup's going to come off my face at some point, but it really does help. Eyebrows. This is the Freedom Duo Powder in Blonde. Lighter colour? Oh no, wrong way around. Lighter colour, darker colour. The problem with my eyebrows is colour. It's really hard to find a colour that matches my eyebrows. It's been so frustrating. I used to use the Archery pencil by Soap and Glory with a felt tip on one end and a pencil on the other. Tried the Makeup Revolution, which I think was about £4, which was basically the same sort of premise. And I didn't like the fact I didn't get as much product as I thought I should. I was thinking, nah, there's got to be a better way. So I thought I'd try a powder. And Freedom's one is £3. I'm pretty sure this is £3 from Superdrug. And it looks barely touched, and I've used this every day. So I'm already feeling better about what I've purchased. under eye setting powder. I don't know what, this video seems like how to set your makeup kind of thing. This is the Mally Poreless Perfection Foundation in Light, and I got this as a foundation in a set. I think it was a Belly Lair foundation. I really like it actually. It's compact, and underneath it's got it's not a sponge, it's like a puff basically, and there's even aeration holes underneath to try and keep it a bit more hygienic. Really soft. And I liked this as foundation, but not with dry skin. And to set my under eyes, this is what I've been using. I found that it's been a lot better than not setting them at all, because my mascara seems to react with makeup that hasn't set underneath it, under my eyes, and then it ends up looking like I've been crying, which is not a good look. I'm not a big fan of that. So I might have when I was doing my goth years, but not anymore. I got this from TK Maxx when I first saw it. I've been wanting to try W7 makeup for a long time, and then I saw it, got it. And I love the packaging, by the way, of the tinny. And I always feel a bit better about the environment as well, rather than using plastics. I love the colours. I have used all of these up until these last two. I would have liked these when I was a bit younger, when I was at school. And do you know what? I might use them for an evening out, but I haven't been on one where I'd use dark makeup, so let's not count them out altogether. And it also comes with a little brush. Now, I don't really hold much value in these sponge applicators, and I can't get it out. There you go. It comes with a sponge applicator on one end. It's not much cop. Then none of them are much cop. It's nothing to do with the brand. I just don't like sponge applicators. I got them when I was a kid with makeup and teenager, and I hated them then and I hate them now. But on the other end, it's got a little brush, and it's really good to do. In fact, I use it a lot with this colour, which is Teddy Bear, for the inner corners, because it's so small. So that was really good. I've taken it travelling. I took it to London with me the other weekend when I went to see Hamlet, which I've also written a post about, and I'll link that down below. And I love these colours. I think they're good for every single day, and then you can transform them for nighttime. And I use them for liners, all sorts of different things. In fact, I was going to send this to Hayley in Australia. Hayley's a YouTuber here on YouTube called A Better Kind, and she has vegan and cruelty-free lifestyle and beauty. And we're about to do a swap. I've already sent my parcel to her. I think she's sending her parcel to me this week. And then you'll see a video about that soon. But I was going to send you this, but it wasn't in stock on their website when I went to have a look. So I sent you something else. And good job really, because it's quite substantial. It would have been quite a lot on the postage compared to what I did send. And tell you what, I've dropped this so many times and I've never had a problem. Love it. And finally, lip products. I feel like I'm going to fight with those then. And you can tell I've done this before with the swatches on my hands. Let's start with the lip pencil. I got the Big Bang kit just before Christmas and I wrote a post about it. And this was in it. And it is the Lip Twister from W7. And I'm so sorry if I butcher this, and my Spanish relatives are not going to be particularly happy with me. Roja, I think it is. But yes, I'm pretty sure it's Roja, or Rouge, something like that. Roja. I'm going to stick with Roja because I'm pretty sure it means rose. And it's a lovely, lovely colour. And what I really like about this is the fact it's smooth to apply, long lasting for me, and it doesn't smudge or smear whenever I put it on. And last but not least, a lip gloss. I laugh because I am not a lip gloss fan usually. I liked them when I was a teenager, but I didn't like the sticky feeling you get with them, and just like when you see some people and they move their lips and they've got that string of lip gloss. Not a fan of that. So I don't normally buy lip gloss, although I do like the fact of looking like I had glossy lips. But I got this in a Christmas set at Christmas. This is the mini set. I think this is 4ml, this one, and the full size is 7ml and £9 from what I looked at earlier. And I don't know if I'd pay the £9 for the full size, purely because I don't know if I'd use it all. Whereas this, I've got a good chance of using because it's only 4ml. And you don't need a lot when you apply it to your lips. The other thing about this, it's the it's the Sexy Mother Pucker. I do love that name. I always feel a bit naughty when I say it. And it's meant to plump your lips, give them the appearance of looking bigger, which is not something I tend to look for, to be honest. Not something I consider when I'm looking for makeup. But it definitely does have some sort of effect. It feels a lot like what are those things called? Popping candy? It's a bit like popping candy, but on your lips, not in your mouth. And that was my February favourites. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. What have you been loving during February? It doesn't have to be beauty related, it could be anything. I mean, I went to saw Hamlet the other weekend. Loved it. So, you know, what have you been loving? Films, skincare, beauty, whatever. TV shows, I'd love to know. I'm just nosy like that. Anyway, don't forget to share, like and subscribe if you like what you see and would like to see more of me. And I shall see you next time. Bye! Lip balm. I love a good lip balm. Oh, so I'm attacking you with the lip balm with the camera, I'm so sorry. Lip balm. Sorry, a bird just flew right past my window. It's bloody huge, it just went straight through.